Telltale Games is coming back under new ownership. Wow, did any of you guys think you were going to hear this in my videos, or at least even see the title resembling Telltale is coming back in any way, shape or form? What is up, you lot? My name is Asai. Welcome back to a brand new Telltale Games video. If you don't know, Telltale actually had a press release in which they talked about the new management team and publishing partner Athletic Games to reissue select back catalogue and new installments of beloved IPs. So what does that fancy sentence mean? Basically, it means Telltale has been basically revived. It has been revived into a new company, and basically a couple of investors and revenue partners actually decided to reinvest in Telltale Games. So today they actually announced that they have actually purchased the studio's key assets, the trademarks, the technology, and select intellectual properties with the intent of re-releasing select games from the studio's back catalogue. What does that mean? It means that they have the intent of actually releasing some of the games that were actually kind of promised to us in a way. So this might even include games such as The Wolf Among Us, which, if I had to guess, based on what I've read and I'm about to read you in this article, is I believe that will be the first game they will actually release. Now, they haven't actually mentioned exactly which IPs they have kind of bought rights to. However, my good friend Inferno can actually says that he believes anyway, that they have purchased the rights to The Wolf Among Us Season 2. So that's going to be quite interesting. I'm very excited for that, which means, of course, games like The Wolf Among Us Season 2 and possibly, very possibly, Game of Thrones Season 2 could happen. There's just a slight issue with obviously with the HBO multi-year deal. Those multi-years have finished, so I don't know if they can revive that deal. But also, Stranger Things was actually promised a Telltale game, in partnership with Netflix. However, has Netflix moved on? We don't actually know. But this was all made possible by the purchase that was led by Jamie Otuli, I don't know how to exactly pronounce it, and Brian Waddle. And obviously, they got a bunch of investors and advisors of well-known names in the game industry to actually, allow this to happen. This is so interesting. And Jamie, I'm just gonna call him Jamie O, which is the new CEO of the new Telltale Games. He actually made the statement and said, "All of us were big fans of the games Telltale created, as we strongly believe in games as a storytelling medium, and nobody did it better." And then he continues on to say, "Even now when you see a game with a strong narrative, it's always compared to Telltale, so it's no surprise that the players and the industry colleagues alike mourn the studio's closure. We believe there's so much life to the brand and its franchises, and we look forward to building upon the company's storytelling legacy." Wow, that is a really huge statement to make. And to be fair, it's quite a brave statement to make, and it's very true. Telltale is probably one of the best storytelling narrative companies that there ever was in the whole video game industry. Of course, they had their bad games, but everyone has their bad games. However, when we look at games such as The Wolf Among Us, Telltale from the Borderlands, even Game of Thrones, and The Walking Dead, of course, they're all strong telling story narrative games. And they know how to exactly keep you at heart with the game, like the characters, and just even love the characters. It's such an amazing game studio, and from that they've actually decided to, of course, release it. So this is quite interesting. Telltale is back under new management, of course. I believe they do have a focus on actually releasing new original IPs, something that we all wanted. Now, here it says the new company will be based on streamlined structures with plans for strategic growth and a focus on its core and new IPs. That's going to be really interesting. Of course, I think they're going to be very smart with this and actually start off by the IPs that were kind of promised to us to actually gain attention and, bring back those old fans to Telltale, so then whenever they make a new IP, they have a loyal fan base, a pre-existing fan base to actually keep returning. Guys, drop a thumbs up if you're excited for this. Alongside re-releasing select games from the studio's back catalogue, which of course means games that, were meant to be released to the public, however have not been released to the public, aka The Wolf Among Us Season 2, which is probably the strongest game out of The Wolf Among Us. You got Game of Thrones, Stranger Things. The Wolf Among Us obviously has the biggest fan base, so it will make sense for them to go for it, as it also acquired the most hype around it. And of course, it was never released after The Walking Dead season, the final season. Of course, after that, the whole studio shut down. It was a crazy time to be a Telltale fan. However, after that, it does say as part of that, the new Telltale says that it has hired or contracted key talent from the previous iteration of the studio. No specific employees were named. So that's obviously very exciting. Telltale is not just going to be this new unknown Telltale. It will actually be hiring some of the key talents, the biggest names of the Telltale, who, have the directorial read, a lot of people, that had the biggest, I guess you could say, impact on the studio have been actually hired for this new Telltale. And obviously we'll see how it goes, just to keep that Telltale OG feeling in the new games. So this is going to be quite interesting. Will the game look different? Will the choice will still be there? I can make a video on that if you guys want me to. But other than that, guys, Telltale Games is back, and hopefully better than ever. Drop a like if you're excited, because I'm sure as hell are. I'll update you, of course, with more news as the moment they come out. So be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and take care. And of course, have a wonderful day after hearing this beautiful news.